Imagine a stretch of ocean where planes vanish without a trace. Ships disappear under clear skies, and compasses spin like they've lost their mind. A place so feared and so legendary that it earned the name the Devil's Triangle. Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle, a region where mystery, myth, and science collide in a whirlpool of speculation. But is the Bermuda Triangle truly cursed, or is it just one of the greatest storytelling triumphs of modern times? Let's set sail into the depths of the unknown. Our journey begins in the vast expanse of the North Atlantic Ocean, between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. An area forming a triangle that covers roughly 500,000 to 1.5 million square miles, depending on who's measuring. This patch of ocean has swallowed ships, devoured airplanes, and left no trace of the people aboard. But before we get lost in the legends, let's start at the beginning. It's the year 1492. Christopher Columbus crossed uncharted waters during his first voyage to the New World. As his ships enter the area now known as the Bermuda Triangle, strange things begin to happen. Columbus notes in his logbook that his compass started acting erratically. A bizarre malfunction, since magnetic compasses were among the most reliable tools at the time. Then, he witnesses a strange light. A fireball, he says, plunging into the sea. Later, he sees what he describes as dancing lights flickering on the horizon. Coincidence? A meteor? Ball lightning? Columbus didn't know. But what he experienced would become the earliest recorded mystery in a region that would later terrify generations. Now jump ahead more than 4 centuries, to March 1918. The USS Cyclops, a colossal Navy cargo ship, sets sail from Barbados to Baltimore. On board are over 300 men and 10,000 tons of manganese ore. The ship never arrives. No wreckage is ever found. No distress call is sent. The sea swallows the Cyclops whole. It remains the single largest non-combat loss of life in United States Navy history. President Woodrow Wilson, baffled and somber, says, "Only God and the sea know what happened to that great ship. And the sea never tells." Then comes the incident that truly ignites the Bermuda Triangle legend, Flight 19. It's December 5, 1945. 5 United States Navy bombers take off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. The sky is clear. The sea is calm. The pilots are experienced, but something goes very wrong. The flight leader radios in, "We don't know where we are. Everything looks strange, even the ocean. My compass is gone." Hours later, all radio contact is lost. All 5 planes disappear. In total, 14 men gone without a trace. Even more unsettling, a rescue plane with 13 men on board is sent to search for Flight 19. It also vanishes. Witnesses report a fireball in the sky. No wreckage is ever found. Within hours, what should have been a routine exercise becomes one of aviation's most baffling disappearances. These stories, and many more, have given rise to the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. Some claim hundreds of ships and aircraft have vanished there over the years. From passenger planes to military vessels, fishing boats to private yachts, all have allegedly met their fate in the same haunted triangle. And the theories? Oh, they're wild. Some say it's an area plagued by magnetic anomalies that mess with navigation instruments. Others blame sudden underwater earthquakes or violent waterspouts. Some even believe it's the work of extraterrestrials, or that the triangle hides an ancient lost city like Atlantis, whose mysterious energies interfere with modern technology. Some suggest it's a rift in space-time, a natural wormhole, swallowing objects into another dimension. And yes, let's not forget the theory involving time warps that trap ships and planes in some kind of floating purgatory. But hold on, let's press pause and ask a critical question. Are these events truly mysterious, or are they simply misunderstood? The phrase Bermuda Triangle wasn't coined until 1964, when writer Vincent Gaddis used it in a sensational article for Argosy magazine. He cherry-picked the strangest incidents and painted a picture of an oceanic black hole. Gaddis later expanded his theories into a book, and others quickly jumped on the mystery bandwagon. Suddenly, the Bermuda Triangle became a media phenomenon. It was everywhere, in newspapers, books, documentaries, and even cartoons. Entire generations grew up hearing that this stretch of ocean was somehow cursed. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite the media frenzy, multiple investigations by the U.S. Coast Guard, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, and even insurance companies like Lloyd's of London concluded that the Bermuda Triangle is no more dangerous than any other busy part of the ocean. In fact, Lloyd's doesn't even assign higher premiums to ships traveling through it. So how do we explain the stories? Let's explore the rational explanations. Magnetic variation. The triangle indeed is one of the few places on Earth where magnetic north, the direction compasses point, and true north, the geographical North Pole, align. This can cause slight navigational confusion, but experienced mariners account for this variation. So, not exactly black magic. Rogue waves. These are colossal, unpredictable waves that can reach up to 100 feet high. In recent years, satellite data has confirmed their existence. If a ship were hit by such a wave, especially an older or structurally weak vessel, it could be sunk instantly, with no time to send a distress signal. Mystery solved. Human error and mechanical failure. Many aircraft and ships lost in the triangle were using outdated or poorly maintained equipment. Weather in the Atlantic can shift quickly, and pilot disorientation is a documented cause of many crashes. In some cases, the wreckage was eventually found, but by then, the myth had already spread. And yet, there are still cases that defy explanation. Take the Star Tiger. In 1948, this British passenger aircraft disappeared while flying from the Azores to Bermuda. The weather was mild. No distress signal was ever received. Search teams found nothing. The official investigation concluded. The disappearance of the aircraft is without explanation. Or consider the SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a tanker carrying molten sulfur. In 1963, it left Beaumont, Texas, bound for Norfolk, Virginia, and vanished. Only a few life jackets and scraps of debris were ever found. The ship had known structural issues, but still, the loss remains unsolved. And then there's the case of the Witchcraft, a 23-foot luxury yacht that radioed the Miami Coast Guard in 1967, saying they'd hit something but weren't in danger. Within minutes, a rescue boat reached their location, but the yacht and its 2 passengers were gone. No wreckage, no trace. So where does that leave us? In the Bermuda Triangle, we find a perfect storm, high traffic volume, unpredictable weather, navigational challenges, and a generous dose of human error. Mix in a few unsolved cases, add sensational media coverage, and you get a legend who refuses to die. The real story of the Bermuda Triangle is not just about disappearances. It's about the human fascination with the unknown. The Bermuda Triangle fuels our imagination and our quest for answers. In a world driven by science and technology, the Bermuda Triangle remains a symbol of the mysteries that still elude us. It taps into our deepest fears: isolation, the vastness of nature, the finality of disappearance, and into our greatest hopes, that there are still wonders left in the world, questions left unanswered, secrets waiting just beneath the surface. So, is the Bermuda Triangle real? Yes, it's real on the map. It's real in the history books, and it's very real in our imagination. But whether it's a danger zone or a storytelling masterpiece may depend entirely on which direction your compass is pointing. Just remember, next time you board a flight out of Miami, check your compass. And if it starts spinning wildly, maybe, just maybe, you've entered the triangle. If you made it this far, you're clearly someone who loves diving into the unexplained, just like we do. But here's a mystery we can solve. Over 99% of people who watch our videos never hit that subscribe button. Why not be part of the 1% who do? Join our growing crew of curious minds by subscribing to 5 Minutes of Culture, where history meets wonder, and every mystery gets its moment in the spotlight. Hit that button. Let's explore the unknown together.